Yo, so what is going on, everyone? My name is Nerdy and welcome back to yet another video on Phantom Forces. So for today, I'm going to be showing y'all the best settings that I use after you guys have been asking me for them in my montage, which I will also be uploading a new montage pretty soon. So yeah, I'll be showing you everything related to my game, my sensitivity, and also how to properly use FLEASION so you guys can get no textures and you can get custom sounds and hit markers. So let's just get straight into it with my settings. First of all, for the gameplay, I have my field of view at 120. I used to have it at like 115, I think, but of course I decided to go max just for the sake of visibility. Toggle dynamic stance, I don't really know what this does, right? But I just have it on true. Toggle damage numbers, of course I have them enabled because they can give you some sort of an advantage. You can see people through walls if you wallbang them. You can see them moving if you actually like manage to track them and hit your shots. And I have it on 10 because on default it's like 20 or 30. But I keep it at 10 because if I put a bigger number than this, then it takes up a bit too much space, right? And I don't really want that. And of course, stamina movement. Sadly, after the nerf that Stylus has done on movement, I don't use this anymore. It used to be on true because I could do a bunch of like really cool move techs with it. And generally, even if I didn't do any movement techs, it was just much faster for me because I didn't have any cooldown at all. And I could just do things like insane pushes. I could flank as fast, right? I could just do a bunch of things that made this an advantage over no stamina movement. But sadly, after this update, you have to have this disabled. Stamina movement, as of right now, is slower than if you have it on false, which is pretty dumb, but I guess we have to deal with it. Now, for my sensitivity, a question that a lot of you have been asking me for, I'm going to be showing you first of all on Roblox. It's at 0.05 for my camera sensitivity. You just have to press escape, go to settings, go down to camera sensitivity, and you type in 0.05 right here. I used to be on like 0.072. I decided to change it for PF, I guess. So it's at 0.05 for now. And for my mouse DPI, it's at 1600. And now for my PF sensitivity in-game, it's at 0.773 for both of these, aim and mouse. Double tap sprint, I have this disabled. MISC, I have this at 3 ms and 1 ms. I don't really know what it does, but you can copy this if you want. This is a new setting, menu. You can actually change like the menu, which is low-key pretty cool. And it's nice that you can actually do that. I'll try to mess around with this, but yeah, this is a new setting. This doesn't really do much. Do whatever you want with it as you wish. And for debugging, render melee hitboxes, render bullet debug. I have both of these disabled because this right here just does a huge trail when you melee, and it stays on the map as well even after you die, which is pretty dumb. So I have this disabled for the sake of performance as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game settings. So now we're gonna go over the display. For my game objects right here, as you can see, everything's disabled again for the sake of performance. So yeah, ragdolls are disabled and they take up too much space. All of these are just disabled, I guess. For my HUD settings, as you can see right here, everything is just untouched, right? There's everything here, except for streamer mode. So I don't really stream, so this isn't really useful for me. Yeah, all of this is just enabled though. And for rendering, which is something you definitely want to copy, third-person camo skins, that is disabled, of course, because it takes up performance again, right? I don't want to see the other flashy skins that other people have. I only want to see mine, of course. And yeah, I only have these three equipped. I mean, enabled. Alright, so tracer visibility through optics, true. First-person camos, of course, I want to see my own skin. And third-person full weapon detail. I don't really know what this does, actually. I probably want to have to like disable that. I don't know. So what is going on, everyone? Nerdy here. I'm editing the video right now, and I just wanted to tell you, do not disable this setting. You actually want to keep it on because it actually gives you an advantage by seeing other people's lasers. They can actually appear through walls, and you can also see them through corners, which means that you know that there's somebody there. So yeah, please do not disable that. It gives you an advantage. We'll see. And for scaling settings, as you can see right here, everything is at 1 except for my radar and my leaderboard. And you're probably wondering, why is your radar this big, right? Because at default, it should be at 1, right? And at 1, what it is, it's like a tiny little radar at the corner of your screen, right? And I'd have to like move my eyes really far and have that to focus on it since it's small to actually see what's going on. But if I have it on 2, right, it takes up a bit much more on my screen, but at least I don't have to move my eyes as much. I can just do a quick little peek and I can see exactly what is happening on the radar, which is really cool. So yeah, I really like that you can actually change this, and it's definitely something that has helped me, because before, when I had it on 1, I didn't even use my radar at all because it was just too small for me to acknowledge it, and I never really realized that it was really useful. Now that I have it on 2, it's just easier for me to use now. So yeah, everything is at 1 except for leaderboard. As you can see, if I press tab right here, it's a bit bigger than usual. It's just a tiny bit bigger, but I prefer that over the default. I don't know, it just looks a bit cleaner for me. And for my keybinds, as you can see right here, I have everything at default, I guess, right? But I used to have movement tech keybinds here. They're gone now. You can't really do them at all. And yeah, you're probably wondering, why the hell do you have these keybinds right here? It's for my French keyboard. This is just WASD, right? So treat this as if this was WSAND. And yeah, besides that, everything is default. Maybe this? I don't know if I've changed anything, actually. It's actually a good question. But yeah, these are all my keybinds right here. And for controller, of course, I don't use a controller. And for mobile, I don't even know if PF Mobile is out yet, but I don't use this at all. So these were all my settings, but of course we're missing FLEASION right here. If you don't know what FLEASION is, it's basically a tool for you to change PF files. So it doesn't give you a competitive advantage because it doesn't allow you to change things like player models or anything like that. It is not bannable. Stylist moderators have concluded that this is not bannable because it only changes things that do not give you a competitive advantage. Everything that you see right here is not bannable. So you don't take any risk by using this. And you're probably wondering, how do I get the modifications that you do to the game? So as you can see right here, if I load up here, I have some presets right here. These will be available in my Discord server for you to download. It's simply just a file that you have to download and you have to put in your folder. I'll also be leaving a tutorial for FLEASION down in the description below if you guys want to be able to download it. And also have like my presets and stuff. But yeah, this will be in my Discord server. And you're probably wondering, what does all of this do? So as you can see, if I do OLED replace, right, it's going to show up the modifications that I've done. OLED overlay with big dot, ring with remove, and dots with remove. And as you can see right here, what it does is, if we go to my Tommy gun right here, as you can see, I get this sight right here. You've probably seen some other people use it. You've probably seen me use it. And it just gives you this really clean dot. It gives you this really clean sight with a really clean dot. And I use this sight over everything because of like how well it zooms in. Like if I use something like Delta, it just zooms in a bit more, which I don't really like. And it also has this like really weird like shadow over it. But for this, there's no distraction at all. There's just a dot. It's up to you to aim. So that's pretty cool. And for my full preset that you've probably seen right here, it does every single modification I want to do to the game, right? So it has my sight already. It has the OLED replace inside of it. Textures, they have been removed. I want no textures because the game with textures is kind of ugly. Everything has been replaced with removed. That's for my arms, which for some reason doesn't work. I'll see if I can like fix that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm supposed to have no arms. It doesn't work for some reason. Sometimes. Like sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I like to play with no arms. Default, that's my hit marker, and I replace it with like a big pink crosshair. And for default, which is my hit marker sound, I've replaced it with the Modern Warfare 2 hit marker sound. Now I would do a bit more modifications, like change the gun sounds, etc. But I'm fine with the sound that this gun makes, so I don't really see why I would change the sound, right? But yeah, that is all for my settings, FLEASION settings, presets, etc. But yeah, if you do want to go ahead and do your own modifications, you can just go to games, Phantom Forces, and you can just do whatever you want. if you have arms, you can change the sleeves, right? You can just customize the game however you want. That's what really makes this game really good, this tool really good. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. I will be making a new montage soon. I just have to like get this video uploaded real quick. And yeah, after you guys have asked me for my settings, here they are. The best settings for Phantom Forces, matter of fact. But yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. I'll try to upload Phantom Forces a bit more than usual. Regarding other games. Because Bad Business hasn't been really getting a lot of updates. Decided to just switch over, I guess. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. New montage coming soon, hopefully. I'll be working on that really soon. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.